Hello guys, Scotty here. This is a top split race that was at a Blue Moon Bay. The most points we've ever scored actually in this one, but it's, you know what it's like, isn't it? It's a triangular track. It's more of a bit of a waffle stream, so it is. So if you can bear with me, you know what I'm like when the waffles. We would do this shit in one go, and hopefully we will not mumble and stumble too much for you. It's almost Christmas and the end of another year, so I'd like to say, as the phone beeps in the background as well, tell you this shit is done in one. I hope you all have a nice Christmas and a happy New Year. And I'd like to apologise for not being my usual happy self over the last lot of months. As most of you know, I've been going through a hard time with stuff going on, and I've been feeling not the best, been feeling very down. I hopefully at some point I'll find my happiness, and I'll get back to my normal self again. I've had the worst couple of months in my life, to be honest, and so have. So I can only hope that things will get better with a wee bit of time. I'd like to thank all of you for hanging around, even though I've not been doing an awful lot compared to what I used to be doing, and I can't begin to express how much your support has helped me out. A bit of me feels like I've kind of let this down, because I've been the way I am, you know, and I've not been getting on that much stuff. A big thanks to any of the guys who hop into the streams and say hello and support me, even though I miss virtually all of the chat, about 90% of the chat. So thanks very much, anyone who does hop in there and stuff. Let's go on board so you can watch this from my point of view as I was driving, as we're up in this Super GT spot at the minute. So thank you to guys, like I've a wee list here of names. Apologies if we leave anyone out. I'm bound to have left people out, like, but the likes of Daz, Mohara, Jim, I call him Jim Brazilian, but it's Jim Belizean or something, so it is. Check, Wind, V1 Sam, White Tiger, Darren Turner, Hugh Hatrick, Ginger, Muhammad, Sparks Theory, Calster, Damo, Mike Rogers, Turbo Chargers, Just Deo, Mr. Fake Taxi, Mr. Race Fan. We've got Oscar, Olive, Window, Arkies, Karen, World Finalist Ari, aka Ren, Ray Rivera, Cars Richie, Matt, aka TMK Racing. A big thank you to Moomin as well for keeping me up to date with the Hugh Hatrick touring car information. Sean, of course, Benson, always in the house. 2 3s as well. A big thank you to 2 3s, mate. It hasn't went unnoticed, mate, that over the last 3 months, even though I know we've had 2 or 3 streams where I've had a wee bit of happiness there and stuff, but we've had a number of very quiet streams as well where I've not been myself, and a big thank you to you, mate. I've noticed that you're always hanging about as well, so a big thank you to 2 3s. I'm sure there's plenty more who I've left out. Apologies if I've missed anyone out. Also, a big thanks to Glasgow, for the beautiful library. That you made me, sir. There must have been quite a lot of time put into it. It's a beautiful library, and it's a very personalised library as well. And as you know, I love my personalised stuff. So the also big thank you to Techno Tim, for the musical playlists that he's made up for me. And also like to say thank you to the guys like Chuppa Gary. If you haven't checked him out, go and subscribe. Luca, aka Savicic, Ali, Rory, for going out of their way and hopping in and saying hello to me, and giving me some lovely memories and streams that I can always go back and watch again. I think I must have went back and watched over the last 3 months my Ali stream where Ali jumped in to say hello. I must have watched it about 20 times at least. It was a lovely stream, and it's a lovely memory to have, just to be able to go back and watch that again. A couple of times I was feeling down, and I went and I didn't feel like streaming, and I went back and I watched that again, and it gave me a bit of motivation to get back on and actually do a stream. Hopefully you are continuing to watch the series in the background as well. This is a top split with all sorts of fabulous big names in it, and we're in the top 5 at the moment. Also a special thanks to Jerry, or I should really call you Simon, but you'll probably forever more be Jerry to me. So you will. But Jerry has been a consistent part of my streams now for a long time, and supporting me and giving me wee pep talks, and being a half decent pit man on the pit board, giving me wee bits of motivation during races and stuff whenever I need it. So huge thank you, Jerry, man. It's much appreciated. I also need to say a big thank you to Dylan, aka Flash Tiger, for going above and beyond what anyone else has done for me. He's called up to see me a few times and taken time out of his own life to try and help me. And he's been there to talk to, sending me messages and all, and asking if I'm alright, and he's an all-round great guy, and hopefully a true friend for life. So thank you very, very much, Flash. And he even called up there the other night, so he had guys, and he left a Christmas card on his way out, and I felt like shit. I opened the Christmas card, and the man had given me £50 in a Christmas card. No need to do that at all, man. So I owe you one for sure, Flash. We're definitely going to have to do something together, and it'll be my treat the next time. I can't thank you enough. Again, apologies for anyone that I've left out or forgotten about. There is bound to be names there that I've left out. I appreciate all the support from everyone, and of course the most important thank you now to a person who, from I met him, has brought me so many smiles and giggles. He's probably been at home listening to me hand out all these thanks on this video, thinking to himself, oh my god, he forgot about me. It wouldn't surprise me if he's even been stomping his feet and punching the steering wheel, getting angry and sad and stuff, thinking, I'm going to unsub from you. But I'm sure now, as he's listening to me waffling on, he's realising now, and he'll be sitting at home with a big red face and hopefully a big smile. Any of you who have been watching my streams probably already know who I'm talking about. He's my most favourite person I like to see in the streams. In fact, my streams probably wouldn't be the same if he wasn't in them. It is, of course, the star of the future, a champion in the making, as we like to say, Mr. Jack Balding. JJ son, thank you very much just for being yourself. You're an absolutely wonderful, really funny, quick-witted young man. Yeah, absolutely torture me in the chat sometimes, but I love it and I wouldn't have it any other way. I have so many of my good memories on this game and on live streams and stuff that I've done involve you. Should it be great races, or wee funny chats, or wee silly pit fights and what have you. So thank you very much. I hope you and Jamie have yourselves a wonderful Christmas and a fantastic New Year. And I know that you hate to lose, JJ, but I'm hoping that if, I don't know where to say if or when, because you know how I like to play psychological warfare with you. So I think I'll not say if, I'll say when. I hope when I whip you a Brands Hatch in the last round of the Hugh Hatrick Touring Car Championship and I become the champion, that you don't take it bad and unsub from me, because that would be a very sad day for me indeed. Like I say, guys, apologies if you're a regular and I've somehow brain faded and left anyone out. I appreciate all of the support, and I hope I can get back to my ordinary self and start enjoying life again at some point in the future. So that's the thanks and the waffle done anyway. We're on lap 16 and we are in 4th position in a top split race with all sorts of fabulous sexy names in this race. It's a bit of a circle, so it is, you know, so it's nothing to bawl and shit about. Like, we're as fast as anybody in a straight line. That's what we told people before we came here. We know how to drive in a straight line for sure. Up to 3rd with a few people coming into the pits. This was I think it was my fifth time in top split. I've actually only brought out my first 2 top split races, but I do still have this one and the other 2 top split races that we did make it into. It's a lovely experience getting into these races and bumping into all these fast guys, like the Digit and stuff. In this room, Kalisville, all sorts. Key was in here as well, but Key was in a Ferrari. Key had no chance in this here race at all, so he didn't. So into the pits, let's for the first time have a quick skip as we come back out. We were a wee bit worried when we came back out here that we were just out of a slipstream, but we got a half decent exit out of this corner. A quick skip on now. We all bunch up, and it was a big fuel saver, this one as well. Any of you that had a go at it will remember it. Lots of playing with your fuel mixture, lifting and coasting and trying to get the fuel under control. So at the end of the race you're able to push. You're basically just trying to save enough fuel until you reach a point in the race where you think to yourself, right, I can rev it out now until the end. We shall continue with the skip as the group of guys behind us start to edge up ever so slightly. And they are all right back in it now. Sure, we knows, hoping that the cars are going to come back and tell us, but we'll have to give up on that and straight back into fuel mixture 6. And there's a huge big bunch of us now. I think here we'll see that the guy behind shows his nose, making us think that he's going to go for a move. But he ends up he doesn't. As we come round to start lap 24 of 25, and we'll see on the inside Will appears on the inside. So straight away we were thinking to ourselves, right, Will has a bit of fuel. He wants to make moves. So we'll come out and hope that Will follows us out and pushes us on, and he does. He gives us a nudge on to make the move. We try and sneak up a spot, clip a small tag on the back of digit, so we almost made a spot, but it didn't work out for us as we end up losing a spot instead, and that turns into losing 2 spots as Mr. ETR Paradise makes a move. But just about get back in, filtering in, coming round to start the last lap. We're trying to follow Will, but it looks like it hasn't worked out for us as he filters back in, and we're thinking to ourselves, no, there's no room, but there was just about room to squeeze back in. And for the first time in the race, it was time to use a wee bit of 4th gear on this corner for a better drive, and we got 3 of them, and then we just needed sparks to come over and supply us with that all-important slipstream. We were feeling like we had the fuel now to rev it out. On the way into the last corner, had to go defensive. I've lost first place in this race loads of times on that last corner, and on the run to the line, so close, but we managed to get ourselves a bottle of bubbly in a top split race. A non-alcoholic bottle of bubbly, but a bottle of bubbly nonetheless. And congratulations to Blue Racer on, I'm not sure if that's his first ever top split win, but it's a top split win for Blue Racer as well. The points that we got for this one was 347 points. The most points we've ever had. So that's enough of my waffle. I shall hopefully be back As soon as I can, guys, as soon as I'm feeling up for being back and getting back into it, I'll be back. As I say, thank you very much for hanging about, even though we've not been doing an awful lot on it. I really appreciate it, and we'll hopefully be back sooner rather than later. Have a wonderful Christmas and a happy New Year, and take care. Thank you. As Mr. Schwarzenegger would say, hasta la vista, baby.